Hi folks, my name is Ashley Cleland. The pronouns that I use are she, her, and hers. And I serve as an Associate Director in Intercultural Affairs and as the Director of the Women and Gender Office here at ECU. So as someone who works in the Women and Gender Office, I have the opportunity to serve as both a mentor and a mentee. As a mentor, I've invested in some of my mentees, whether they be students, faculty, staff, by providing opportunities to listen. One of the biggest gifts that you can give someone is your attention. And so I try my very best to give my mentees my undivided attention. It doesn't have to be a long time, but it is an important, impactful time. And in that time that we spend together, I often have them do things like values assessments, and we talk about it, or a self-care assessment, and we talk about those things. One of the reasons I specifically ask my mentees about values is because, especially in higher ed, due to the commodification of higher ed and other forces, we sometimes ask people what they want to do and not what kind of life they want to live. And that's the same with whether it's a student or a faculty or staff member. And when we, as mentors, invest in our mentees by helping them clarify what those values are, they're less trapped in a specific set of career steps and more able to design a life that works for them. And as a mentor, it's really important that I ask people those questions. And especially in my role in the Women and Gender Office, I have the honor of serving primarily women and gender minorities here at ECU. And these folks are often, we know from research, are underserved when it comes to mentorship. So I try to make sure that I'm, as a mentor, taking my role very seriously to mentor women and gender minorities, whether they're my peers or they're students, faculty or staff that work alongside us in the Women and Gender Office. It's imperative that we all do some lifting here because everyone has a role to play. Something I tell my students and also my peers is when you're looking for mentors, don't always look up, but also around. So those peer relationships are really important. Something that I've learned from my mentees is to not be afraid to change. To not be afraid to change your mind, to pivot, to switch paths, to